I do. I told her I'd grow up to be a famous rapper. Make a record about doing drugs and name it after. You know you blew up when the women rush your stands and try to touch your hands like some screaming Usher fans. This guy at White Castle asked for my autograph, so I signed it. Dear Dave, thanks for the support, asshole. Hi, my name is what? My name is my name is Slim Shady. Hi, my name is what? My name is my name is Slim Shady. Hi, my name is what? My name is my name is Slim Shady. Hi, my name is what? My name is my name is Slim Shady. Stop the tape. This kid needs to be locked away. Dr. Dre, don't just stand there, operate. I'm not ready to leave. It's too scary to die. I'll have to be carried inside the cemetery and buried alive. Am I coming and going? I can barely decide. I just drank and fit the vodka. Dare me to drive? All my life I was very deprived. I ain't had a woman in years. My palms are too hairy to hide. Clothes ripped like the Incredible Hulk. I spit when I talk. I fuck anything that walks. Come here. When I was little, I used to get so hungry I would throw fits. How you gonna breastfeed me, mom? You ain't got no tits. I lay awake and strap myself in the bed with a bulletproof vest on and shoot myself in the head. Bang.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your popcorn ready, because it is time for a little TNA. Up next on the main stage, two guys who get paid by the pound. Introducing first, a man who cannot finish an intelligent conversation without dropping an F-bomb. The smartest man he knows. You can call him
Chris.
With him, a man who knows it all, and if he doesn't, he'll make it up. A liberal who only listens to the right. The original AG, Andres. The show would not be possible without the man behind the curtain, pulling the strings from the champagne room, the producer, John Anthony.
Welcome back to the TNA Show. I'm Andres, one of your hosts, and we are live each and every Wednesday night from 9 to 11 p.m. on the Fishbowl Radio Network.
All right.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I did. I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I kind of liked it too.
Really?
I'm getting good at this.
Are you?
I can radio. I don't know if you knew that.
Kinda, sorta.
Kind of. All right. Well, not joining us in studio today is our resident comedian, Mr. Chris Evans.
What happened? He's big timing us again?
Again, yeah. And this time he doesn't even have a gig. He just has a meeting.
Quote unquote meeting?
He took a meeting.
He took a meeting?
He took a meeting.
Really?
I know, isn't that what the fancy people say?
Yeah.
Yeah, took a meeting.
I don't know what kind of meeting lasts till after 9.
Exactly.
One of them back page meetings? I don't know. I'm kind of trying to figure that out.
That could be true. Could be a back page meeting.
Yeah.
Have you had a back page meeting?
Not me.
Before, sir?
I don't recall.
You don't recall? And you won't recall?
I won't recall. Right? Do I have to plead the fifth on that?
You don't. You don't.
I don't have to plead the fifth anytime, but it is my right, my constitutional right.
To plead the fifth? Or not to plead the fifth?
To plead the fifth. Right?
I guess. How it works.
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm trying to figure that out. Trying to figure it out, John. Trying to figure it out.
All right. Anyways, man. So Chris is not here. So I don't know what we're gonna do about when we confirm white status and white privilege and all that. What do we do?
I don't know. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. It's throwing me off. I was like, what the hell? Why is the microphone moving on me?
Anyways, man.
Man. I was kind of hoping he would be here since we talked about, that YouTube concert that I went to.
Yeah, no, I wanted to ask you about it on, over Messenger, but I was like, nah, we'll hold off till.
Yeah, so we can get into that a little later in the show.
Right.
Okay? My experience at my first YouTube concert.
Right.
I come on a concert. I don't know if that's what it's called. But
I don't know. I don't know how to do those.
But I will get into that later.
Right.
We do have some Rangers to get into.
Really?
We do.
Okay.
We do. We have some Cowboys to get into.
Do we?
We do.
Okay. We always have Cowboys to get into.
Yeah. I mean, when I always fail, is just talk about Cowboys.
Right.
That's what all media does.
Pretty much, right?
Essentially. If you have to have a sports segment and there's nothing going on in your local market, you just bring up the Cowboys.
Yeah, whether you love them or hate them.
Exactly.
You figure out, like, if you hate them, you just start bashing on it, get everybody riled up.
Yeah.
You know, how the Cowboys suck. But then, you know, of course, if you're in DFW, you talk about how much you love the Cowboys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, you know how it works.
Of course I do. I got this.
You got it?
Yeah.
Man, oh, man. And then that's pretty much the show.
Okay.
Those three things.
Nice. We can do that. We can get. I think we can fill that up.
Yeah, we can do that.
You know.
We can, but
you know what it feels? It feels like it's been a long time since we've done this show. It was just last week. I don't know, for some reason, between last Wednesday and now, for me, it just feels like it's been a good while.
Well, have you been off for work the whole time, or have you been busy?
I guess you could say both, but I don't know. I mean, busy, like not work related busy, but I guess kind of busy.
So the kids are keeping you busy.
I guess it's just back and forth, man. I don't know how to put it. You know, some days I am really busy, some days I'm not. Then it's like, of course, the whole weekend is just busy. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I don't know how to put my finger on it, but it just seems like it's been a while since we've been on, and it hasn't. It's been the same week.
Yeah, no, I agree. It feels like that.
Yeah, but of course, yeah, I think it's more so is when you know, I'm sending messengers and I don't get any kind of response from you guys.
Well, see, I
know you see them.
You would expect no response from me because I don't respond.
No, I expect a response from everybody.
But Chris,
you can't say you don't respond because you do respond
occasionally.
Is that how you're distancing yourself from
whatever's in there? Yes, occasionally. Occasionally I'll respond. But Chris is usually your go-to guy, going back and forth with you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't know what's up with Chris today.
Chris is moving on, I guess.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. You know, we weren't even gonna get a. Hey man, I'm not gonna make it today.
Right, and it wasn't until you said something.
Yeah, I asked, hey man, are we gonna do the show? Because I haven't heard from anybody, you know, and then I asked, hey man, we're gonna do the show. What's going on? And I don't know if you responded first or he did. Anyways, man, it was like, I have a meeting tonight.
I'm taking a meeting.
Is that what it is? Yeah, he's taking a meeting. I'm like, okay. It's kind of like, well, the show's every Wednesday at 9.
And you know this.
You decided to set a meeting or to take a meeting. I'm sorry. He's not setting meetings yet. He's taking it. He's still taking it. I get it. He's trying to move up, casting couch kind of deal. I get it. I understand. But whatever. Whatever gets you over that hump. Is that what it is?
Is that how it goes?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm asking you.
I don't know. I never took a meeting.
Anyways.
I never took a meeting. Taken.
You were always told to go.
Yeah. Yeah, but when you're important, you take one. Like, this guy wants me. I guess you big time. When you big time somebody, you take meetings.
Really?
Yeah. Like, someone's coming to him saying, hey, we want you to do this for us. He's taking the meeting. Me, I'm usually like, hey, guy, can you help us out? We're trying to plan this thing. We need your assistance. You know?
Oh, I get it. All right.
Like, so now that you know, have you ever taken a meeting?
I have. I took one today.
So somebody came to you, wanted to get things done.
Today, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, we have to get things done, you know. But yeah. Anyways, man, it's just kind of, I don't know. I'm kind of in a zone out kind of state
right now.
Yeah, I took a nap too.
Oh, I hate taking naps during the day.
Yeah, it does kind of suck. I mean, sometimes it makes you groggy. Like I'm saying, I'm in the zone kind of deal, zoned out kind of deal. But then sometimes it refreshes me. But this wasn't one of those times, you know.
Yeah.
And it refreshes me if I take one, but I haven't had enough sleep the night before. And I take a nap, and it'll refresh me. But if I've had pretty much close to enough sleep, 6 to 8 hours, and I take one, then I wake up kind of groggy.
Yeah.
Or if I don't take long, because it was really I won't even say a power nap. You know, it was one of those I'm asleep, but I can still hear everything kind of deals.
And getting mad at everything?
No, I'm not getting mad. I'm just like,
That was me Sunday.
listen to myself snore. You know, is that me? Yeah. It is. You get up and you got drool all down you. Ugh.
Yeah.
Anyways. But, anyways, man. So, we're going to start the show?
Yeah. We always start the show. What are you talking about?
Let's get it started.
This is how we do it.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, I missed the handoff.
Right.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and start the show the way we do each and every Wednesday night. And that is with a riveting episode of
Fat Sports. We are Fat Sports.
We are Fat Sports.
We are.
Wow, that thing is pretty loud. Anyways, what do we got to talk about in sports?
Well, okay, so let's, I don't know, you want good news, bad news? Like, you want the feel-good stories, or you just want the, oh my God, really? Oh, this isn't this crap?
I think I know where you're going with the bad news, so let's get that one over with, because some people are kind of not interested in that anyways.
Yeah. So
They're only interested the first day of the season. Then after that, they couldn't tell you. You know,
who's who?
Who's who?
What?
Yeah.
What? All right. So, baseball has started. Baseball's been going on for what? About a good month now.
Yeah.
So we got, a good month of baseball in. Things are starting to flesh out. Kind of know what team you have, what team you don't have.
Right.
And
right. Can we still say what kind of team we have or don't have? I don't even know.
I think we can. I think we don't have a winning team.
For real?
We have a losing team. So I cover
both. I mean, but yeah, on record, yeah, you can definitely say that. But we started out last year kind of the same way. We weren't doing very well to begin with.
But the thing about last year, though, we started the season down good pitchers.
Right.
And so the optimism came with, we're winning, we're doing good, they're going to come back, and it's going to boost us.
Yeah, it's going to catapult us in. Yeah.
Well, now we pretty much have all our pitchers back.
And we got rid of one that was just shitting the bed all over the place.
And this is one ace and starter. These are aces and starters, and they're not, and they're putting this out.
Yeah, but that's but doesn't it have that mostly to do with? No, I can't even say that anymore. It's like that mostly has to do with the relief pitching. But even we got you doing what 3 innings, 4 innings, and some outings and shit. And it's not. It's not good. It's not good at all.
It is not.
They're giving up late games. They get and it's just everything that you expect from a bad team is what we're getting.
So we're 11-16, the Texas Rangers.
Right.
And we are 7 games back from Houston. And we're in the middle of a series with Houston right now.
Yeah, it's gonna.
And we dropped the first 2 games. 4-game series, and we dropped the first 2.
Right.
And last I heard, we are dropping this one as well.
Yeah, I believe it. And we're playing in Houston. But, I couldn't even know. I haven't really sat down since opening day and watched a full game.
6-1.
Yeah, I can't put any insight on a lot of it. But opening day, if opening day was a indicator,
precursor?
Yeah, precursor. I think it was a big time one, and that could tell the tale for what's happening this whole month.
Yeah.
If everybody go back to opening day and saw what everybody, what happened, that's exactly what's been happening throughout this month. They're coming out fiery and whatever, and then late in the game, it's just they shit the bed all over the place.
Yeah.
It's like diarrheas all over the field. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about this team, man. At all.
They're crap.
Yeah, we could say that. They're crap. They're crop.
I mean, it's not just the pitching, right? We were bashing on the pitching a little while ago, but it's the hitting too. Like collectively as a team, they're batting a .221.
Right. But didn't they come off a really good batting? They were all batting over 300 over the last week. They were all batting over 300.
I know, because the last time I put up their stat, they were batting like 2-0 something. Like they were second to the last. So you might be right. The last time I checked, they were second to the last.
Yeah.
At 2-0 something, and now they've moved up. They're in 27th.
Right.
In batting averages.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, I think this last weekend or this last week, they actually started batting as a team collectively over 300.
Yeah.
But it's still, Like the bats hadn't been there at all. So that actually last year was actually keeping them in games. Is that they'll jump out to that lead or whatever, and the pitching staff would still give up, 2-3 runs, but it still wasn't enough for a team to overcome the deficit the Rangers put them in because of their bats. But that's not the case at the start of the season this month. That hasn't been the case at all. The bats are really like the same as the pitching, non-existent.
Yeah.
So
the collective ERA is 4.11.
Really? Wowzers. What is Chicago doing? 2.11, so half?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you see, man?
Okay, so I've watched not full games, okay? I'll be honest, I haven't watched full games.
Right. But I mean, there's
but
no
I watched
reason
parts of some game.
Right.
And the last one I watched was the Monday night game. And I tuned in only because I was messing around on Twitter and everybody was talking about Napoli almost got hit.
Right.
The bench is cleared.
Right.
I still haven't seen footage about punches swung or anything like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of that. It was just mostly, pumping of chest and shit like that, yeah.
That's what it sounded like. So I started watching the game after that, because the Rangers were winning.
Right.
And then it just went downhill.
And I don't get that. I mean, you come out, you're pissed, you're ready to go. I figured they're just going to bury them, and they don't. Everything's gone. It's like, okay, that was it. You busted your nut in that.
Right. So like
in that bench clearing, that was it.
So one of our local sports stations here in Dallas was like, you thought that incident was going to galvanize the team, like you said,
right.
And just bats going to turn on, pitching's going to be badass. Cause we're pissed off that you tried to take our guy out.
Right.
But no, it's like the opposite happened. Like
very opposite.
Like all of a sudden, the pitcher couldn't find the strike zone. Wild pitches happened. Elvis Andrus just making. I see. Elvis Andrus made a horrible throw from shortstop to second.
Wow.
But then also in that situation, you would think Rugi Odor would know that you need to stop the ball, and he had his foot on the base reaching for the ball.
Right.
And so it flew way past him all the way to the first base line.
Wow.
Or past first base line. He went outside of it, hit the wall.
Oh, wow.
So it's just a horrible throw, a horrible decision by Rugi not just to knock it down.
Right.
And stuff like that. And then there was another one. Yo, you're not gonna believe this, John. If you can see the replay. So we had a man. They had a man on third, right? And it's just
who's on third?
The other team. Houston's on third. And so they.
What?
Oh, what? So. And so the Houston hitter hits it, and it like bounces high over, hits the ground, bounces high over the pitcher. It's a slow grounder like that. Bounces high, so Rugi gets underneath it. And when you look at the replay, Rugi had enough time just to gun it to home and stop the
run, right?
But he held up the throw, like he second guessed himself.
Okay.
And so then after that, that's when the flood of runs just started.
Really?
Because they were all in the same series. The Andrews throw, and then the next thing was that
just snowball.
and then it was just like, a snowball. They couldn't do anything. They brought what's his name, Tommy Barnett.
Right.
He's supposed to be a most reliable relief pitcher.
Right.
He's been doing good most of the season.
Right.
They've been rolling him out there almost every night.
So everybody was just pretty much cueing the Bad News Bears theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Tommy Barnett was just like, he went out there and he was trashed that game. And like I said, it ended up losing like 6-1 or something. When they were up like 2-1, they ended up losing like 6-2 or something. Some bullshit like that. It was horrible. But then another game that I saw was the same way. It was like an error, and then after an error, it was just like downhill train wreck. Like once they get a little bit off the track, they go all the way off the track.
Right. Yeah. It's not like a gradual effect. It's just like we're done. See you later.
And they've had a lot of blown leads this year, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. That's what I'm talking about. You start with opening day, man. It just no. I don't think they were leading opening day, but they came back with the home run, and it seemed like the momentum was going their way.
Yeah.
Until my man Dyson decided to do whatever the hell he decided to do. I don't even know if you can call it shit to bed anymore.
We're tied for 7 in the most errors. 21 errors so far.
Wow.
So far. What does this tell you, John? The Rangers have played 27 games and they have 21 errors. The Monday night games they lost, they had 3 in that one.
Wow. They're not prepared to play. That's what that tells me. They're not prepared to play. However, whatever's happening during practices and whatever, they're not mentally prepared to play. When you have errors like that, as many as they're having, you're not mentally prepared to play baseball. You go out there, I mean, there's having fun, and then there's screwing off.
Yeah.
You know? And it kind of seems that if you're having that many errors throughout the season, throughout your games, you're not mentally prepared.
Yeah.
You're not at all. And I mean, you can go back and say, look at it, and the pitching. If you're missing strike zones the whole game, if your bats are not there, you're not focused, man. You're not focused on doing what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
You're making, like you said, you're making errors almost in every game.
Yeah, almost.
You're not. Game. Yeah, you're not mentally prepared to play this game. And and baseball is what 98% mental, 90% mental.
Yeah.
So that's what that has to do. It has to do with.
So the only one.
Are we hanging the coach? Is that where we're going? Is that what we're going towards?
I don't know yet. Because he's been good the first 2 years, you kind of want to give him the whole season.
Right.
Like you said, they have gotten some slow starts.
Right.
It's like they seem to have slow starts, great middles, and then slow endings.
Right.
When they get knocked out the first round.
Of course, we have to bring it back to the Cowboys with Garrett and say.
It's a process.
No, he's not. He's not prepared to play the playoffs. He doesn't prepare his team to play the playoffs. They're going to keep trying to do what they do the whole time and not adjust anything in the game.
Yeah.
And hope instead of just doing what they know. They're going to sit there and hope.
Yeah.
That gets them. It's like, no.
I think they're just missing Beltray.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that, but
because look at these stats. Okay, so the one with the best batting average is Robinson Chirinos. He's played 9 games, batting at .320. Then after that, Elvis Andrews is your leader in the clubhouse with .287.
Wow.
And then Delino DeShields, who's only played 16 games, is .258. Sin Chu Chu, we're still paying that guy. He's batting at .256.
Yeah.
And then at the end, the disappointing ones is, everybody's always talking about Jerks and Profar, right? Batting at .135.
Wow.
Everybody's excited about Mike Napoli coming back.
Napoli.
Batting at .155.
And he's played 26 games.
Yeah. Rugi Odor batting on .181.
Wowzers. Yeah, I don't get it.
So they're not just struggling pitching-wise.
Like I'm saying, I'm thinking I think it's a lot of mental. Their mental preparation isn't there. They come in, because last season was fun, and the past few seasons have been fun. They were having fun. You could see that team clicking, and being a team and having fun. And I think for me, it's kind of like, okay, you guys got to freaking settle down and let's start playing ball again.
Yeah.
Because, like I always say, it's no fun losing. We come out here, we can have fun, but there's no fun in losing. So
there's no fun watching them lose.
Yeah, well, yeah, for fans, there's not for your fans. There's definitely no fun watching you lose, and losing because you're not focused.
Yeah.
Losing because you're making bonehead plays. I mean, you're looking like the Bad News Bears. Seriously, you're looking like the Bad News Bears out there. Especially once you've vested like at least $100 in tickets and food, parking and all that.
Yeah.
At the very least, if you're unless you not going by yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, or going by yourself, but still, you're not getting out of there without spending $100.
So since we're on baseball, I did hear. I don't know if I heard rumblings of this or just a rumor of this, but I kind of want to get your thought, right? Because you're kind of a baseball purist when it comes to the game.
Yeah, I guess.
So
you say purist. I don't know what you mean by that.
Just don't tweak it too much.
They should abstain
keep it
during the season.
Yeah, keep it traditional. Don't tweak it so much.
Yeah, I guess so.
And so, what do you think about taking a lot of the balls and strikes out of the umpire's hands? Because a lot of the broadcasts now have that big square, the tracker.
Right.
And you can tell pretty quick whether it's in the strike zone or not.
Right.
And so instead of depending on ump and whatever angle they happen to be leaning that when that pitch came through.
But I think that's kind of like, it is kind of the equalizer throughout because it's not the same ump every game. That squad throughout the series will rotate into the umpire position and out into the field and all that, and then of course you're gonna have every ump is gonna have their different strike zones.
But what if we just took it out of the ump's hands altogether, and they can just call whatever the reading is on their little palm device will have in their hand?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't care for that. I wouldn't care for that too much. I mean, what did you do? What was it, like 10 years ago when you didn't have that box?
You wanted to kill the referees.
No, you don't kill the ump. You're going with, you wanted to see, hey, is that strike? Well, he's calling it, now. Part of the excitement is you can see how he's calling that strike, that outside. Is he being consistent with his calls?
Yeah.
And then if he's not being consistent with his calls, then you can go out there and fucking, give him some shit about it.
But with the little box now, the electronic stuff, you see how often they are wrong. Now I don't know if they did a study.
I don't know if you could say that though. I don't know if you could say that because
I see them call when I'm watching the games. The few games I watch, I've seen them call strikes. Yeah, and their little tracker says ball.
but what you're not taking into account also is the batter standing where he's supposed to be. Is it what do you call it? Fair for the batters, because all the batters are not the same height. Mm-hmm. They're not the same width. They're not the same height. They don't all stand inside the box consistently.
Yeah.
So is it, then is it going to go towards is it the batter's fault because he's not standing close enough, or he's not tall enough, or he's too short? So now you have just one box, and that's it.
It should be the same box for everybody.
But like I said, you can't. How can it be the same box for everybody? Everybody's not built the same. So what they go by is your letters and your knees.
They go that high to your letters?
Your letters and to the top of your knees.
No, I don't know.
Or the bottom of your knees. Either way.
I don't know. I would just figure it just take the guesswork.
Nah, that's too much robotics, man. Nah. I don't like it.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't think you would like it.
Yeah, I don't like the replays. What does that mean? You,
John.
You would like it. Nah, I don't really. I wouldn't care for it. Because that's part of the game, I mean, how else are you gonna, fix Vegas? You know what I'm saying? I'm a purist, man.
Yeah, no, I get it. I just want to bring that up, get your thoughts on it and stuff like that. So you're not for it, and then you kind of talking me out of it because you're right. I don't know if that box is justice for the height.
That's what I'm saying. It's not. There's a word I'm trying to. It's not. Jesus. Anyways, I can't.
Did you call me?
I probably need a couple more beers. But yeah, it doesn't go with each player, so you can't have just one and that's it. One size fits all.
Yeah.
Because that's not the way it's built. Then you're having to start to change the other rules. Is like I said, letters to knees and stuff like that, and then how wide is it going to be?
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff. So it's just not. And if you look at what's the guy in Houston, he's like 5'5". He's like my height, and 5'6". And
oh yeah, the guy was playing last night.
Yeah, so he's not going to be able to. He's not using a 36-inch bat to cover that whole plate.
That is
so
funny.
They're throwing him outside.
You're right, because it's funny because they're talking about him Monday's game when I was watching it, and I thought he was like a racehorse jockey.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, that dude's little.
Yeah, but he's a bad boy, man. But he
got the rally started.
Yeah, he's a bad boy, but he's really for what's going on now. He's kind of short, man.
Yeah, but he's the one that got that rally started.
Yeah, no, he's a bad boy, man. I'm telling you. But like I say, so they're not all built the same, man, and I don't think you can have that. It's just I don't think that would be fair.
Yeah.
So. I don't know, man. It's just because now you have people swinging at that shit. I mean, you still have it now, but if they're gonna call it a strike and it's way out and they're fouling it off, and then they'll throw you some junk that it really plays into the pitcher's hand rather than the batter. Well, I guess you can argue that it's gonna play into the batter's hand because they have to throw it right there to get a strike.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I wouldn't care for that for them just to take it out of the ump's hand. I think for the most part it's fine the way it is. There's not too much manipulation going on. But I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. We'll see. I just need to leave baseball alone.
Yeah, right. They're already tweaking everything else.
Yeah.
Now they got like a shot clock now.
Do they?
Kind of like how many timeouts or something like when you step away from the batter's box, how many times you can do it. And
for
you know,
real,
one
like
foot in, one foot- yeah.
collectively in a game
I forgot last year.
for like the whole team or for each player.
I forgot what they did. It was last year they changed the rule, and Beltray kept getting in trouble for it. Like once you're in the box, you're in the box. You can't pop back out or something like
Really?
that. Yeah.
You're supposed to, that's how you call time.
Yeah, and Beltray was getting in trouble for it a lot.
Yeah, because that's BS because that's how you call time. Like if a pitcher's taking too long to come through, and they're going back and forth on signs and they're trying to figure stuff out, where you're like, hey, screw this, screw the communication. I'm stepping out, so now they have to readjust their shit or whatever.
But you know why, right? Like why they're making tweaks and stuff, trying to make the game faster.
Yeah, they're trying to make it faster.
But the reason they're making it faster is because they're losing young fans.
Well, yeah, because the attention span is really.
Yeah, they're losing a lot of young fans, so they're trying to get the young fans back into the game.
Right.
Because like basketball has a lot of young fans right now.
Yeah.
And NFL has a lot of young fans, but baseball has a lot of old fans.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to tweak it to kind of get the young fans interested in the game a little bit.
Yeah, because basketball, the reason is it's a lot of nonstop action. It just keeps going and going and going until like the final 5 minutes that takes 45 minutes to play.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, yeah, I guess, man. But I understand about baseball. You have to be patient and watch it and, figure out the situations, what's going on. Like I said, it's 90% mental. It's not this feeding of the now that a lot of these kids are used to. Yeah. It's like, okay, I seen that, let's move on. 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 You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that baseball is not that way. But I don't know. I think they can come up with something cool to get kids involved. Maybe like a little app or something. Let them live tweet during the plays or whatever. Call pitches.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do something, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it, but whatever, man.
So let's move on to the Cowboys.
Dun, 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 dun,
So you
dun,
know
dun, 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 dun.
the draft was last week.
Was it?
Yeah, last Thursday it started.
I know. After we crapped all over the draft, and and then you have all these draft parties, and it kind of almost dominated the 3 days. Not even the 3 days it took. The 1 day, or maybe the second day, half of the second day. But yeah, the third day is still trash as far as I'm concerned. But
well, okay. So we talked about last time though. We're not all into the. They gotta pick this guy. We gotta pick this guy. We basically just know.
You need defense. You need cornerbacks.
We know the needs.
Our half-ass defense jumped ship because they wanted to get their final pay for their mediocre play.
Yeah.
And it wasn't going to happen here.
And you can't blame them.
Yeah, you can't blame them. I get it. It's business, but the Cowboys didn't prepare themselves for that.
Yeah.
Again, like they have for the last 20 years.
They were just banging on the star.
Yeah.
Oh, they want to play for us.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, so. Yeah, so we wanted them to pick defense, right? 'Cause they need defense. So out of the 7 picks, they went with 5 defensive players.
Okay.
And the offensive players they went were wide receivers. And we do need some backup wide receivers.
I think so. When Ded's sitting on the bench crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even so much Dez.
Are you getting sick of Dez?
Not really.
Really?
Not really, because he's not crying like the other receivers in the past have been crying about.
I don't know about that.
Every time they release the audio and it looks like he's crying, he's more hyping up his team.
Right. But my whole thing is, you're doing that and you're not producing on the field, and you're hurt.
No, but I'm saying he's not saying give me the ball.
Right.
And he's on everybody's face. I gotta get the ball. No, he's like, every time we release the audio, it's always like,
that's my quarterback, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's keep playing like this. We gotta do this and stuff like that. I have a problem with the other way around. Give me the ball.
Yeah, lemons, hoes, papa do. No, we ain't got a problem with that, though.
Yeah, no, not that either. But I got a problem with, you give me the ball, and you drop 5 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, you got stone hands out there.
So, no, I don't have a problem with Dez and how he acts.
Yeah.
Really at all.
Yeah.
But, we do need some receivers because Terrence Williams, I don't know.
You think he's small?
Romo made him some money.
I think so.
Because Romo was putting it where he likes it.
Yeah.
Romo made Dez some money because Romo puts it where Dez likes it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Dak's not like that. Dak's like, I'm going to put it where it needs to be. If you catch it, you catch it. If you catch it, I'll come to you next time. If you don't.
Yeah. Well, I think, like I said before, is that Dak was playing with the second stringers. That's why he was going for all these other players. You know, he was dumping it to Beasley. He was dumping it to.
Yeah, because that's what he'd been.
That's who he's been playing with. That's
Yeah.
who he's been practicing with. That's who he was comfortable with.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
I
so
see that.
yeah, and so that's why he went to those guys. It wasn't because he was scanning the field and knew he needed to go to those guys after he checked out. No, he knew.
No, that makes sense because there was a lot of times where other people were just wide open, but he was used to.
Yeah, he was used to them running the routes. He knew the timing was there. He knew what was going on. They knew what was going on. They felt each other, and it was, you know, how to do it.
And Witten knows the deal, so Witten went and got cozied up.
Witten is just, you know, you can't say anything bad about him. He knows where he needs to be, where he's going to be, and, you know. So, yeah, and I think that's what it is with Dak, is that he'll come back and he'll start working with the first string and maybe hopefully get where Dez needs to be and where everybody else needs to be, man, on that team.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll see this. I mean, they're going to have to put up 55 points a game to win.
Yeah. So, do you know any of their picks?
I have no clue. I didn't even watch.
Not even the first one?
It's the Taco dude.
Yeah.
He's already got endorsements, right?
I don't know if he's already got endorsement, but Taco Charlton, defensive end from Michigan.
Yeah, somebody's already given him free tacos for as long as he's here, as long as he's a Cowboy. He's got free tacos.
That's smart. Whoever's doing that,
Mm-hmm.
that is smart. Yeah, so Taco Charlton, defensive end from Michigan.
Right.
I was thinking maybe Jerry should not be drafting when he's hungry.
Okay.
Because he picked tacos.
What's a...
No?
No. It is a Texas team. I mean, we do love tacos around here.
That's the number 2. We ended up with cornerback, Chidobe Awuzie.
Gesundheit.
I want Chidobe Awuzie to be a good player.
Why?
For one reason only.
What is it?
Drew Pearson's announcement
Oh,
of this pick.
yeah.
Did you hear it?
I did hear it.
It was badass.
It was.
I liked it.
It
I watched it live, actually.
Did you?
Like, I happened to get home, and it was like 3 picks away from the Cowboys, so I stayed with it.
Right. And you know what I did? I watched that first round pick because it's coming up, and again, it's like, oh, okay, the Cowboys are on the clock, and I'm getting it on my phone. I'm getting updates on my phone. I'm like, whatever, you know. And it's right before I'm going to sleep, and it's like, you know what? Let's just see what it is, because I'm getting, like I said, I'm getting updates.
Yeah.
It's on the news, whatever, and so it's like, all right, well, let's tune in. Let's see what's going on with this pick. And so I watched the first round pick. I didn't see the Drew Pearson one, but I did see it as everybody was posting all over the social media, and that was pretty dope.
Yeah, no, I like that because before his pick, right, the announcers on the NFL Network, they were talking about. Well, first of all, you saw Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell got booed.
Right.
And you can hear them, right? But then the announcers come out, we couldn't figure out what was going on down there. Like, the boos were getting really, really loud. And he goes, then we realized they're showing they're showing Cowboys here in the stadium. And so the Eagles fans are, of course, booing anything that's Cowboys.
Right.
So, so there's a lot of boos here. We couldn't figure out why. Now we figured out why. They keep showing the Cowboys War Room, the Cowboys, because their pick is coming up.
Right.
So Drew Pearson gets up there. It was so loud with the boos that at first you could barely hear him.
Right. Yeah.
And so you're kind of wondering, where's he going to go with this? Is he just going to fight through it?
Right.
Make the pick or whatnot? But then he was like, you know, he started off with saying, "Thank you, Philly, for my career." I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
He's a little sassy. Okay.
Yeah. Sassy.
All right.
Don't use that word in football, man.
I'm just saying he's old. I know he's a football player. He's a Dallas Cowboy, but he's also old.
Okay, but don't use sassy.
So
man.
I thought,
Use
you know,
something else.
he was going to be, all right, a little sassy.
No. Anyways.
But then when he got geared up, like you saw him change a little bit, and like he got geared up for this announcement. And man, the way he started the announcement, on behalf of the Dallas Cowboys, 5-time Super Bowl, and I was like, yeah, he's going off.
Yeah.
And then he just ran down the list.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer Jerry Jones.
Yeah. And one of the things that really tripped me out was the parade before the draft, the parade in Philadelphia.
Yeah, the only football parade Philadelphia gets to have.
Yeah, there's no Super Bowl parade. That's the only one Philly gets to have. That was pretty hilarious. But I think, they bring that crap onto themselves. I mean, it's like, really? I mean, you guys haven't won a damn thing. I mean, they won champion NFC titles.
Yeah.
Okay, but not one Super Bowl ring. At least you respect the Giants. They've won one, or they've won a few. The Redskins,
yeah.
But the Eagles, you haven't won shit. You haven't won one. Not even one. So I just don't understand. Well, I understand. You got a shit town, and you're back in your shit team. So there you are.
That is true. Shit town, shit team.
Right.
So I wonder, are they bouncing that from city to city? Because it used to be in New York, and this year was in Philly.
I don't see why not. They take bids for it and they get money.
Make money.
Yeah, make money. I don't see why not.
Bring it to Frisco.
Yeah, I see it happening there.
You think they would do it to Frisco or AT&T?
No, it'll be Frisco. He's got a what do you call it? Justify that big ass complex there. And make money. So I don't know how that's gonna work, man. He's got to fill up the stadium, man. He's got to fill up Frisco.
Yeah,
the Star. All right, for what you know.
All right. Before we take a quick break, John, Tony Romo.
Yeah.
What's he doing in retirement?
A lot of golf, and he's taking speech therapy. I don't know what's going on.
Speech therapy.
Yeah. No. He's got to bone up for his career, don't he?
All right. Well, golf is right because golf, he is going to be trying for the U.S. Open.
Really?
Yep. Trying to make it on the tour.
That's what everybody was thinking, is that why wouldn't he just be a golfer? But then again, his back is so screwed up. Would he be able to really compete, as a golfer? You see how Tiger Weird is just like falling off the map.
Yeah.
Like he had nothing in his 30s too, I mean, he was a god in his 20s and nothing in his 30s.
Yeah.
It's kind of pretty sad. It's really sad, But
it's his own doing, though.
Why?
His off the field stuff, off the course stuff.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm not talking about the prostitutes and stuff like that. I'm talking about his Navy SEAL trainings.
Really?
Jumping out of planes and.
Yeah, but jumping out of planes don't screw your back up, does it? Well, I guess if you land wrong.
I was gonna say.
If you land wrong.
They said he was doing a lot of Navy SEAL training, actual training with them, the courses and all the other stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He would do that with the offset. That's how he stayed in shape.
But it's golf. Why would you want to stay in that kind of shape for golf?
Golf wasn't exciting for him. You saw what he was doing, stacking up prostitutes and just elevator banging them. He wanted something more exciting.
Oh, I didn't know that. Was he elevator banging them?
Yeah, that was one of the stories that came out. He stacked like 2 or 3 of them on top of each other, just banging them.
Like he would pick them up and stack them himself, or he had people for that.
Maybe people, Roethlisberger.
Or they would do that. Why wouldn't you just pay the hooker to stack themselves on top of each other?
That's probably what he did.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to clarify. I'm just trying to.
The Tony Romo was going to try out for golf.
Because I was like, he couldn't have thrown out his back that way. He had to pay people to stack the hose.
Right. Stack the hose.
Look at this fucking guy.
Right. They're looking for beer.
They are. Look, he's showing us his plate thing.
It's little.
It is. He's got Donald Trump hands.
All right. We just had a man come to the window and flip us off. All right. Well, you've been listening to the TNA Show. The TNA Show is live each and every Wednesday night from 9 to 11 p.m. on the Fishbowl Radio Network. I'm Andres, here with my producer, John Anthony, and we'll see you on the other side of this break.
I don't have a song yet, man.
You should. What about Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines?
No, I don't want to do that.
Or Cameo's Flirt?
I kind of like that. But
or Zapp and Roger Computer Love?
Okay. We'll take a little break.
This will work too.
Hey yo, Jim, man, won't you kick some of that? You know how you do it, man. It's a trip. People don't even believe we're together right now. But tell your story. You know the one I like.
Right.